Hi, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get going. So students, you've gotten through new student orientation. We also have with us virtually many of your families. So I want to just start by saying to the mothers and fathers and children and partners and friends and anyone else out there in cybersecurity, in cyber world, congratulations. This is a big deal. Your loved one, your law student, is embarking on an incredible journey that's going to lead to an incredible career. And we've had a long couple of days, right? People in the room, nod your head. It's been a long, and you've had all the weather, all the temperatures. You have been really good at protecting one another by wearing your masks. And that makes things a little bit uncomfortable. We know that. But all of that is going to be worth it. You've learned a lot, I hope, in the last couple of days, although probably your head is spinning a little bit. You know, you went through the sample class, talked about, we had a nice, in my sample class this morning, there was a nice little debate about fish bones and how that works, right? We'll remember that it's the beginning of the fun of law school. You're going to be thinking differently. You're going to continue to really grow as human beings, as intellects, as professionals. You spent a lot of today on professionalism. You got to network, get to meet some new people, and you learned about some of the rules, some of the things that keep the profession noble, and it is a noble profession. So this next part, this ceremony that we're about to go through, is really a perfect capstone to the day, because you will be sworn in to the profession. And that's a big deal. And it's a big deal for your families and for each of you. And I want you to just reflect on this moment where you will take an oath to do what you need to do to become a great legal professional that we can all respect and count on. And we know that you're going to go out with with what you do here and you learn here and go change the world and make life better for the people that you interact with. And that's a great responsibility and it's a great opportunity. So we're proud of you. I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you for getting through 2 days of orientation, but also for joining the Albany Law family. And we're so excited to see where you go with all of this and to launch you into this next phase, to do this swearing in. It is my tremendous honor to welcome the Honorable May D'Agostino to do the honors here. Judge D'Agostino is the United States District Court Judge for the Northern District of New York. She's a magna cum laude graduate of Siena College, where, among other things, she was a member of the women's basketball team, and she served as vice president of the Student Senate and a bunch of other things. I won't go through your whole college career here. After graduating college, she went to Syracuse University School of Law, the only thing that I can criticize for. At Syracuse, she was awarded the International Academy of Trial Lawyers Award for Distinguished Achievement in the Art and Science of Advocacy. After graduating law school, Judge D'Agostino began her career as a trial attorney, and she's tried numerous civil cases, including medical malpractice, products liability, negligence, and civil assault. And if you ask any practicing lawyer in the area who was around when Judge D'Agostino was trying cases, she was a fierce advocate and one of the best trial lawyers you would ever see. Judge D'Agostino has been recognized professionally for her outstanding contributions to the community, including, and there's a long list, but I picked my favorites, the 1995 Women of Excellence Award, the United States District Court Award for Voluntary Service in 2002, and Albany Law School's own Kate Stoneman Award in 2008. Judge D'Agostino is a past member of the Siena College Board of Trustees, the Albany Law School Board of Trustees, and the Syracuse University College of Law Board of Visitors. She's a member of the New York State Bar Association and the Albany County Bar Association, having served as County Bar Association president. Judge D'Agostino is a past chair of the trial lawyers section of the New York State Bar Association, and she's a member of the International Academy of Trial Lawyers and the American College of Trial Lawyers. She also served as a professor here at Albany Law School, teaching medical malpractice for many years, and she's just been a great friend to the law school. In addition to teaching, she's mentored our students, she's hired our graduates. She often has interns in her chambers from Albany Law School. In 2017, Albany Law School decided that we would finally make it official and adopt Judge D'Agostino as one of our own. And we had the honor of awarding Judge D'Agostino an honorary Doctor of Laws degree that year at commencement. So we now like to claim her as an Albany Law alumna. And we are just thrilled to have her today. Listen carefully. She's going to have wise words. Welcome, Judge D'Agostino.
Good afternoon, students. I'm so happy to be here. Because of the pandemic, I did not get over here last year and I missed it. I missed my interactions with the Albany Law students. So it's really a treat to be here today. And to any parents and family members who are watching today, congratulations to you also, because it takes a great deal of effort to get your sons and daughters and your nieces and nephews ready for law school. These are difficult times with the masks and all of the COVID precautions, but I can tell you that federal court never closed during the pandemic. We always felt that we had a very important function to play. And we're very proud of the fact that we kept our cases moving and continue to keep our cases moving. Since March, I have tried 7 cases to a conclusion, and I'm starting a significant criminal case on September 5th. So everyone in the courthouse wears masks throughout. Our witnesses and our jurors wear masks, and we're getting used to it. So I know it's a little challenging, but I know you also will get used to it and do very well. I am going to administer the oath to you in just a second, but there are just a couple things that I want to say. I remember, my orientation at law school. It was not as significant as yours, but I had a lot of doubts about myself when I started law school in terms of whether or not I could really be successful. And it's normal to have doubts, but I think that once you start your classes and you develop a methodology for studying, you will really see that it's not as bad as it sounds. Also, rely on the second years and the third years for their assistance. I had a wonderful teaching assistant when I was a first year who really did a lot for me. And when I became a teaching assistant, I tried to pay it forward. So you will find many of your own classmates, the second and third years will be very, very helpful to you. Remember above all that, you're entering a service profession today. In just a moment, I'm going to give you the oath of professionalism. I'd like to remind people that you will be entering a true service profession, and your clients, no matter what kind of law you practice, are really going to be relying on you to help them through some very, very difficult times. People like to tell lawyer jokes sometimes and say negative things about lawyers, but you will all find once you start practicing that your clients and the family members of your clients are going to be hanging on every word that you have to say. You will be dealing with people in very vulnerable times in their lives. It could be joyous, but it's still vulnerable, such as adoption law, matrimonial law. People have all kinds of problems in estates and trusts. and many other areas. Corporate clients have the same trepidations that individual clients have. And the main thing, I think, is for you to always remember that the practice of law is about much more than learning the cases that you will learn. That's absolutely important, and the case method and all of the wonderful technology that you have available to you. But at its core, we are a profession. People rely on us. And so during your 3 years here at the law school, do the best you can to develop good interpersonal skills, because we do spend a lot of time in front of our computer screens, even before the pandemic. But when it comes right down to it, clients don't really want to hear from you by email or by text. Most clients, and you can ask any lawyer in town, still wants a lawyer sitting next to them during a deposition and a lawyer sitting next to them at a court proceeding. So cooperate with one another. I'm big on civility. I see sometimes a lack of civility in the law. Not all that often, but when I do see it, it's concerning. Start your civility practices right here. Don't be competing with each other. Cooperate with each other. Try to help each other. As a judge, I've gotten to the point where sometimes people even send me letters talking about the outrageous and the unacceptable and the preposterous, this and that. And I strike the letters from my docket and I say, try writing that letter again, because I don't need all of that hyperbole. Just let me know what your dispute is with your adversary. As the dean said, I was a trial lawyer for many, many years before I became a judge. And many of my cases were hotly contested, complex medical malpractice cases. I cannot think of a trial ever that I had over a 30-year period where win, lose, or draw, I did not shake the hand of my adversary, say something pleasant to him or her afterwards, and oftentimes we went out for a drink or we went out for a meal. So yes, we do have adversarial proceedings, but that does not mean that you have to act like a fool. So practice those civility skills while you are in law school. I really treasure my honorary degree from Albany Law. I have a lot of wonderful things to say about this law school, its leadership, the faculty. Many of the students from this school have been interns for me. Some have been law clerks. So I can say with confidence that I think that you are at the right place at the right time. And you will get out of law school everything that you put in law school. Be respectful of your teachers, your mentors, of your teaching assistants. When I became a judge, the very first letter that I got was from my teaching assistant in legal writing at Syracuse University College of Law, who tortured me for the entire year. And it began with, "I don't know if you remember me, Judge, but," and I said, "Oh God, I do remember you." So I wish you all luck. Do as much writing as you can, do as much speaking as you can, and support one another as you go through this journey. It's now my honor to administer the oath of professionalism to you. If you would all please stand. I'm going to wait.
It's not wide enough.
Move.
You just
This is a very easy pledge. I do most of the talking, and at the end, you really just have to say, "I do." So here we go. As a student entering Albany Law School, I understand that I am joining an academic community and embarking on a professional career. I acknowledge the privileges inherent in becoming a lawyer and willingly accept the responsibilities that accompany those privileges. I promise to do my best to live up to the high ideals of the legal profession and to uphold the highest standards of academic honesty and ethical practice throughout my legal training and the remainder of my professional life. I will conduct myself with dignity and civility and will treat all of my colleagues, students, staff, faculty, and all members of the legal community with courtesy and respect. I commit to conduct my academic, professional, and personal life in a way that honors the values and standards that are expressed in the Albany Law School Student Handbook and shared by the legal profession. This pledge I take freely and upon my honor. If you agree with this pledge, students, please say, "I do." Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge D'Agostino. And we're going to take one more picture. We're going to ask that you actually put your hands up and right hand, if you raise your right hand. And all right, good. Concludes our ceremony. We're now going to go downstairs and we're going to have you go right out the front door. All our first year students will line up on the steps. We're going to take a class picture and then we'll go into the tent where we will have a toast.
Hang on, wait. I'm the guy with the camera, so hang on just a second, okay? Couple of things. You're gonna follow your section leaders and you're gonna go by your sections. They're gonna use the stairs in front of the things. We're gonna be tiered, okay? Next